have Curveball of the Week. Take her away.
So, as you mentioned earlier today, Dylan, Mahomes and Brady are playing off this Sunday. And that's one of the better quarterback matchups we've seen in the last, couple of years here in the NFL. So I guess I'm wondering, guys, I'm going to go back through all of, sports history. If you could go back and look at two rivals to play each other in any sport, who would you want to see play? Would you want to see, Ali Frazier, Bird play Magic, MJ, the Pistons? You get what I'm saying? Kind of old classic rivalry between two people. Who do you want to see play? Where you just know it's going to be just iconic.
I like how our Curveball of the Weeks have also shifted to sports related topics as well. But but it's fine.
Mine next week is not. So
okay.
Good.
All right. Well, so let's
tough.
see here. Oh man. Since I've watched Showtime, Winning Time, the HBO documentary on the Lakers when Jerry Buss bought them, and I've read the book, Jeff Pearlman's book. I think Bird and Magic, and I've watched the 30 for 30 on that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would love to go back and watch those because those two teams hated each other's guts, and they were just battles back and forth. I think it would have to be Bird and Magic, or who else? I know football related. I'm trying to think, but David Carr and Jamarcus Russell.
Oh, that's awful.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, man. God, I don't know. I mean, I guess they're not really rivals, but the Twins and Braves World Series, because that series they hated each other. Like, the Ron Gant thing.
Yeah.
He
One of
was
the best World
obviously
Series of
out.
all time.
I don't know why this is even being discussed anymore, but I think that would be an amazing thing to go back and just get to see. You got Puckett up against the plexi, the walk-off homer to win it. I mean, you have all kinds of stuff in that series. That'd be pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, that would be one that I want to go back in time and watch. That is, well, it's easily one of the best World Series of all time. And my dad isn't a huge baseball guy, but you bring up that series, that you'll get him to talk about baseball. Because every time, like on the anniversary of Game 7, as I send him that, and he'll always respond in all caps, "Best World Series ever."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's incredible.
For me, it's a little different here, because I'm not going to say I'm a fan by this sport by any means. But if you were to go over to Wimbledon or see the French Open and see Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer face off against each other, just going back and forth for 5 cents for a major title, that would be just kind of so cool to see, and see how passionate those European fans are, for tennis, when both of them have over 20 Grand Slam titles. Just to see those guys go back and forth and see how hard it is to hit a tennis ball when someone's serving it at 110 miles an hour. I don't think that's given enough credit for how impressive that sport is. So just to see those two 20-time champions go back and forth, that'd be kind of fun to see in a sport that I'm, not a fan of by any means.
Yeah.
Even like a Sampras and Agassi battle, back in the 90s.
Yeah,
90s.
Or another one too would be Elway Marino. I think that would be a good one to watch. I know there wasn't a lot of high stakes of those in those games, but they were in the same draft class. I don't know how often they played in the playoffs, or even if they played in the playoffs at all. But I mean, those are two of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Well, also, guys, one rivalry we're forgetting about was the early '90s San Francisco Dallas Cowboys.
Yes,
all those NFC title games. The Hall of Famers on each roster, the coaches. the
Catch.
players. Yeah, the catch, but especially, in the 90s there, how one player swung things for 2 years when Dion went to San Francisco in 94 and then he left to go to Dallas in 95. How that was essentially the Super Bowl. Seeing those two teams go at it would be really fun to see too.
Yeah, for sure. But I think that's all we got this week. So we'll talk to you next week. Thank you guys for listening.